Alrighty, BB40 back with another one of these Zombie Rush survival videos. So I had to try this again because I thought I could do better, and I did. So I wanted to share this, but this is actually doing 200 waves in almost 30 minutes. It came out to like 33 and a half minutes. But I'm going to keep trying it until I can figure out the way to get it done in just 30 minutes, get 200 waves. So I ended up getting, I think, 50. At wave 50, it only took about 8.5 minutes. Wave 100, I'm trying to remember, it took about 16.5 minutes. Or maybe 17.5 minutes just to get to wave 100. So what you're going to do, first thing I did here was I turned on the auto skip wave. So I got that turned on. I'm just going to leave it on continuously and not worry about it getting hung up or anything. I'm just going to let it run and see how it does. So what you want to do is get yourself enough points to drop your first turret. And you want to go up the ramp here and get that first turret at the top of the ramp. You want the turret because you want to have that extra help in taking down the zombies. And these things one-shot all the zombies for you. And you get credit for every zombie it kills, okay? Unlike some other games like Zombie Uprising, you don't get any credit at all for turning on the turrets and killing zombies with turrets. But these guys, you get all the credit. So, but anyway, you got to go in what I recommend as the medic. Go in as a medic class. And drop yourself a buff tower to buff your turrets. And you want it to reach out. I should have got a little bit further out to the very edge to the left there. Because you want to get turrets. What worked well, and I'm not sure why exactly, but getting the turrets right at the top of this ramp. And I end up filling up the ramp here with about, let's see, 3 times 4, 12 turrets. Right at the top of the ramp at least, and then a whole bunch of others behind it. So what the turrets do, not only, just kill the zombies, but they have the ability to knock the zombies back, especially the big ones, like the mega brutes. It will keep the mega brutes from coming up that ramp. So once you get a couple turrets dropped, I dropped 4 of them now. Now you got to concentrate on upgrading your guns. And I've already got myself up to the MP5 because of all the damage that these turrets are doing, the amount of money that's earning me so quickly. I was able to get the MP5 very quickly. And now I'm going to get the, I got the AK-47, and next is going to come the minigun. You see how quickly these guns are going up, the upgrading. And what I've done, you can see the stars next to that minigun. I now have it all fully upgraded, all 5 stars on the minigun. So I recommend you do that. You could do that in the waiting area before you go into a game. On the left side, you will see classes and you will see weapons. Just open up the weapons tab, and you can, if you got a lot of zombucks, you can upgrade all your guns. I recommend upgrading all of them because you got to go through them here one at a time. I kind of skipped the pistol, but I don't skip it anymore after I upgraded it. It's actually very strong. It'll one-shot the zombies now with it being all upgraded with the 5 stars. So even do your little pistol. You can start off with that. You don't have to worry about the melee weapons at all. But the minigun is just so much fun. It's like blowing leaves off your driveway. It's really cool how it just sends the zombies flying, I mean, it literally looks like I'm blowing the leaves off my driveway here. So you want to keep stacking your turrets inside of the buff zone. You want to keep them inside that radius, that diameter circle that you see there. And if you have to, which I'm going to do, is you drop more buff stations, more buff towers, so you can spread out even more turrets to help you fight off the zombies. Because you do still get some coming from the other side. You're going to need some turrets to fight those off that are coming up the other side. And you can see how many are coming up right now. The funny thing is, for some reason, you get a lot coming up over there for like the first 30 or 40 waves. But after that, when the zombies start to pile up on this side here on the left, you don't get as many coming up over there on the right side. But what I recommend too is if you go in with another player and you guys both have the medic, and one player take one side and the other player take the other side. Just cover both ramps, and you'll be able to go for quite a while with the two of you killing all the zombies on each side. So I highly recommend that. So we've only been going, not sure I can tell from my counter here as I'm recording my audio, but I'm halfway, about 5 minutes. I'm already up to wave 32. So I'm dropping more turrets as I go, as I earn the money. And at another point, I'm going to just increase my health. You can see the top left, the green box with the heart in it. It just takes maybe a total of about 10,000 points, $10,000 to get the maximum health for your avatar. You may not even need it, but it's just in case. Just in case you make a mistake and you forget to drop a healing station, or you step outside I actually, on the left there, you see that drop off? I actually fell off of there one time and I jumped my way back up and almost got killed by the zombies because I was just being clumsy. So you gotta be careful of that too. The other side, you don't have to worry about that. It's just there's like a invisible wall that keeps you from falling off the outer edge and dropping off into nothing. It just ends on the other side over there. I haven't tried that yet. If you're thinking that, setting up my fortress on the other ramp over there, which I'm actually thinking of doing. I might actually do that next time I go in just to see how it works out. I got a feeling I'll still have a lot of zombies coming up the ramp on this side, and I'll have to fight them all off on this open deck. So like I'm doing now with the zombies coming up on the right, only I imagine I would get a lot more coming up on the left than what I'm getting on the right now. So that's it. I mean, it only took 5 minutes to get set up, not even 5 minutes, to get all the way up to minigun and get a few turrets dropped. I had about a dozen turrets dropped after only 5 minutes of play, after about 30 waves. So that's all it should take you to really get moving in this game. And just keep an eye on your counter, your money, and drop turrets as you earn the money for it. Just keep dropping more and more, and expand with some more buff towers, which you see I'll be doing that shortly. And once you got this going with the the auto skip waves active, you're skipping the waves, you'll just blow through. Like I'm already up to wave 45. See, I just fell off there. You gotta be careful of that. When you got a horde of zombies down there, it's not a good thing to do. So we're coming up on wave 50, and it's been less than 10 minutes. It's only been about 8 minutes here so far, and close to 8 minutes. So I'm going to make 50 waves in less than 10 minutes. And we'll be doing 100 waves in less than 20 minutes. So I don't know if you're one of those players that likes to play these games because you get mesmerized by the amount of activity. But this game has, it gets extremely active. When you get to higher and higher waves, you get more and more zombies piling up down here. And it's just extremely hectic and intense. But I do this now for about an hour, go about 300 waves, collect my zombucks, and I'll go in and upgrade everything. I already got everything upgraded now, so what I'm going to look at doing is buying the next class higher than the medic, and working on that and trying it out and see what it's like and how it works and see if it's any better than the medic. I love the medic because you get some really strong turrets. You get the buff station that more than doubles their strength and doubles their damage. And then you get these healing towers, healing stations that you can drop that heals everything. So anything at all that's taken damage will be completely healed by the healing station. So this is really an ideal combination if you want to just keep going and going until you just can't go, you just fall asleep. You can't keep your eyes open anymore or something. You just run out of stamina to keep it going yourself. Some players have a way of auto clicking or whatever. I don't understand, but another player who clued me into this strategy right here He said he was able to walk away for an hour and just come back and check on it and drop another healing station and walk away again. Which I don't know how you can do that, because the zombies will... The healing stations have a timer on them. They only last for maybe 10 minutes. So you can't just walk away. I think it might actually be only about 5 minutes. You got to keep dropping one. When one, times out, it's not there anymore, I just run over and drop another one to make sure I have everything under this healing envelope. It's a very, very large envelope, a very large diameter circle that shows up where the where anything that you put there, the buff towers, the pulse turrets, everything inside that large diameter gets healed. It's pretty much protected from being damaged by the zombies. Anytime they take damage, it just heals right back. And it heals pretty quick too. So yeah, so now it's just a matter of wave after wave, just rinse and repeat, just keep going. And what I try to do too is like I said, the pulse turrets are really strong, and they have the ability to knock back the mega brutes. You see that brute over there in that light yellow square, light green square? He was just being... You saw how far away he was from the turrets. They just kept knocking him back and knocking him back. So it works. These turrets work really well at keeping the zombies away. So what I do is I focus on the small ones. I try to take out any small ones that I see, because I don't want the turrets wasting their ammo on small zombies. I want the turrets to take on the big zombies and keep them away from me. But if there's too many zombies, then the turrets won't be able to keep the big ones away, because they'll be shooting small ones and they won't have enough shots on a big one to keep it away. So you got to concentrate on killing all the small zombies with your minigun. I don't know if anybody's gotten any of the op weapons that you can buy, like the RPG or the Stormlinker or ray gun or anything that's optional that you can buy with Robux. I'm curious if you got one of those, if it would take the place of the minigun or your baseball bat, primary, secondary weapon, or if it gives you an entirely new slot. Like right now, I only got 2 slots for my primary minigun and the secondary melee weapon, the bat. I was wondering if it would give you a slot 3 to put the RPG in. I just don't know how it works, because I'm not about to buy those just yet. I'm going to see if I can find some other players' videos where they own those weapons and look at their videos, see where they're positioned on the screen. As I wouldn't want to have to go through all the the original guns just to get to my Stormlinker or my RPG. I don't want to have to upgrade everything, just buy everything and work my way up to it. I wanted to know if it was just something that is there from the beginning, or if it takes the place of your primary guns. Anyway, if you know, you can drop a comment. I appreciate that. I just want to know how it works. So I've only been playing this game, gosh, a couple of weeks now. I played it, I guess, maybe about 3 weeks ago when I first found out about it, when it was first released. When they had the larger map, I did a video on that, the initial video. And I was completely unaware of the different classes of soldier that you could be or whatever. I didn't know these 4 different classes existed. So until somebody came in and say, hey, you go in as a medic, and he showed me a video. He had a setup just like this one, and he went over 6,000 waves. I think I told me at the time he went like 5450 or something like that. 5,450 waves. And that was phase. He figured this out pretty quick. So yeah, as far as I know so far right now, they don't even have a Discord server for this game. If you want to talk to other players who are playing it, you got to go into their Tower of Zombies Discord server. Tower of Zombies is another game that they did. I don't think they're talking about it at all in the Zombie Mayhem server. I haven't seen anything in there. That's the first game that these developers made, Undead developers. And unfortunately, they just let that one go to the wayside. They're not updating it anymore. It used to be one of my favorite games, Zombie Mayhem. But now I play the Tower of Zombies and this one here, Zombie Rush Survival. They're both pretty good. I like both of these games. I could play them any day of the week. I command this to be one of my first choices. Pick one of these games. So, but right now I'm focusing more on this Zombie Rush Survival because I want to learn more about it. I want to learn about the other classes. See how they work. I should be able to go in and buy my way into the next level class. I'm trying to remember what they are. Let me see if I can take a quick peek while I'm recording here. So I know there is a demolitionist, I think is the top class. I'm just not remembering the third class. I'm going to take a quick peek here in the game and see what it says. So, you know, your first one's a rookie as you start off. Second one's a medic. That's what I'm using right now. So it's called the Trapper. And Trapper uses spike traps and a Tesla coil weapon and these frost mines. So I do not know how they work exactly, so I'm going to be playing around with that. But it looks like it's going to take 150,000 Zombucks to buy into that class. So I don't have that much right now, so I'm not going to be able to buy that right now. But as soon as I can, I'm going to get it. I probably need to play a couple more rounds just like this one. Where I end up going about 300 waves. You know, a couple more games, I go about 300 waves, and I should have the Zombucks to buy the Trapper class. And then play around with that, see what it's like, and do a video on it. If I could figure it out. See if it's any better than this. I don't know if it would be. It doesn't come with healing stations, and it doesn't come with a buff tower. So I don't know. I imagine they should be strong enough. I guess if you can eventually get them all fully upgraded to 5 stars, then they may be just as powerful as having this arrangement here with a bunch of those Tesla coils shooting and killing the zombies. I imagine it probably looks pretty cool. You know, like lightning shooting out and killing zombies. So I'm looking forward to trying it anyways, see what it's like. Should be fun. So we just broke 100 waves a little while ago, and we're still at only about 18 minutes in. So this arrangement here is working much better than the one I did in my other video. I posted a video on going 100 waves in 30 minutes. Now this one's going to do just about 200 waves in 30 minutes. Just with a different strategy, different arrangement here. And you can see how the zombies can't even come up that ramp, especially the big ones. They're getting knocked back by all these turrets. The turrets just keep hammering them and pushing them away. So this arrangement here is working really well. It pretty much keeps the zombies away. I've just got myself positioned in the middle of all the turrets there. And what seems strange about this, I don't understand what was going on, but most of the turrets that are on this, around me, all around me, they're not firing. The turrets that you see firing are the ones all to the right. I don't understand why these turrets next to me did not fire and kill zombies. I really could have used their help. It's not till the zombies get up really close that they start to activate. But all the others, most of the, I'd say only about half the turrets are firing at any time. And that's just not enough to be able to take down all the zombies. So it's a lot of wasted turrets here. I need to look at possibly different location or a different arrangement to where I can get all the turrets firing at once and not have a bunch of them just sitting back and watching. So that was a little bit kind of disappointing that the turrets I mean, these ones that are around me are closer to the zombies than the ones to the right. And you can see all the ones to the right that are all lighting up and shooting. But the ones right next to me, they go right there. But for the most part, they're just not even firing at all, which is very strange. So I made myself some more money. I think I've got to the point where it's almost $3,000 to lay down a turret now. We're at wave 122. In this particular run here, I actually set a personal record. I went 551 waves, but I cut most of it out. I only showing the first 200 waves just for this video to show everyone how you can do this, how you can do a lot of waves very quickly and earn a lot of Zombucks. I think I get on average about 80,000 Zombucks from a run like this. I think the most Zombucks I ever got was about 135,000 in one game. So, but anyway, I highly recommend if you can get the medic, just look at the cost of it. And as soon as you could possibly get it, I recommend you get it. It is so light years ahead of the rookie class, and very, very much worth saving up your Zombox for it, so you can get this, get that medic class. You know, I might actually, for the heck of it, I might try this strategy with the rookie class and see how well it does. I don't expect it to do very well because you do not have any healing stations to heal the rookie turrets. All you got to protect them really is the barricades, you know, the fortress walls. But the zombies generally, if they can reach it, they'll take them down pretty quick. So I don't think this strategy is an option for a rookie class without the healing station. If you're still in the rookie class, join a game with someone who has the medic, who's a medic class, and see if they do something like this, and you can just sit back and run up the waves. I think, I'm not sure, this game does not display the amount of zombies left to kill, and the other two games do. It also does not display the amount of Zombucks that you have like the other games do. Mine, in Tower of Zombies, there's a tab to the left that'll show the total Zombucks that I have. Trying to think if Zombie Mayhem, gosh, I played it 1,000 times, you'd think I would know if it was in there somewhere. I think it is a tab up at the top somewhere. It shows you how much Zombucks you have in the game. My health, I got 2 health tabs. Very top right, which shows all the player names. There'd be 4 slots in that top right corner if there were 4 players in the game. But the green bar is my health. You can see the health of the other players. But dead center in the bottom, right above my weapons, you can see a nice big solid health bar there. It shows my health, which actually, surprised at this point I hadn't bought more health yet. So it almost looks like the turrets are just overkill at this point, because you don't have any zombies coming up the other side. But the ones that I have are really helping to keep the zombies from coming up the ramp and overpowering the station. So it's working out pretty good. But this is fun. I got a friend I need to tell about this. I got a friend who used to play a lot of Zombie Rush and had the nuke launcher, and he would just sit in one spot all day long, just firing the nuke launcher and watching the zombies go flying. I think he would love this game. I'm gonna clue him into it here, probably today. So, yeah. So, I'll talk about something a little off topic, just a curiosity thing. This may not pique the interest of anybody listening, but if there are any horticulturalists, any botanists, any gardeners out there who know anything about gardening and plants and whatnot, I actually came across what really surprised me today is a very, very large American chestnut tree. You might want to Google the American chestnut tree and search the history on it. But up until about 1910, the American chestnut was one of the most dominant trees on the east coast of America. They would grow to, massive trees and produce a lot of good edible chestnuts. The American chestnuts are very edible, very good tasting. Probably what they talked about in the Christmas Carol, chestnuts roasted on an open fire. They would talk about American chestnuts. But what had happened is some brilliant person decided to import different chestnut trees from other countries, I think primarily Europe. They also come from Japan and China, but when they did, they brought over a blight, a fungal disease that our American chestnuts had no defense against. They had no immunity to it at all. And by, I think, 1950, had completely wiped out all the American chestnut trees on the East Coast, or a good 99% of them. The only ones that were still alive were infected and barely hanging in there. Very, very sad thing that happened. But I live in Washington State, and I stumbled on a tree today, and I actually stopped and talked to the people who own the property, that they say the tree was planted before the blight came to America. And this tree is huge. It's a beautiful, beautiful American chestnut tree. So I'm into gardening, I'm into plants and trees and all that kind of stuff, so it just really excited me. I thought it was really cool. There is actually a American Chestnut Foundation, which I'm going to contact about this tree and give them the owner's phone number. They asked me not to tell them where it was. I'm not going to tell anybody where it is. But I'm just going to give the foundation the guy's phone number so they can call him and talk to him about his tree. So, but that was very cool. Very cool highlight of the day. So anyway, so you can see this is just, same thing over and over and over. You just keep going and going and going as long as you want to. Basically because the zombies, the turrets, there's enough turrets to keep the zombies from getting close to me. And if they do, even if they start damaging my turrets, I got the healing station. It just died off, it just timed out. So I had to go drop another healing station. So whenever I notice it, I just go and drop another one. And I make sure that all of my equipment, all my turrets and my buff towers, that everything is inside the diameter of the healing station. So I saved up a bunch of money just dropping some more turrets. And you can see I didn't even have to be there. I didn't have to be there to shoot the zombies with my minigun, but my minigun contributes to killing the zombies and moving the waves along, so that's why I just stand there shooting the zombies. Like I said, try to focus on the smaller ones. You don't want to waste ammo from the turrets on the little zombies. You want them to concentrate on the big zombies so they knock them away like that. You can see how he just knocks them right off to the left and just push them. They just push these mega zombies right off the side, just keep them away. And they're all piled up in the back. You can see them all mostly behind all the other zombies. They just keep getting knocked off. They keep making the rounds over and over until they finally die. But the little ones don't seem to be affected as much as the big ones. They'll push right forward and damage your turrets, the little guys. So that's why, the other reason why I try to kill the small ones with my minigun when I see them. The weaker zombies are the speedy zombie, those red ones with the red arms and red legs. Those are pretty weak. The crawlers, see a little crawler on the left? Those crawlers are weak. You can still kill them pretty quick at this wave. And the green ones and the ghost zombies. Those are the 4 weaker zombies. The static zombies have the TVs on their heads, like old static TV. They're stronger, and they take quite a few more shots to take one of them down. And then after that, I think there are some zap walkers, the wizards, blue wizards, that come up in this game. They don't show up, I don't think, till about wave 40. They take a while before they actually show up. But they're kind of weak. You can usually kill them pretty quick. The boomers, boom bringers they call them. Those guys that just explode if they get really close to you, or if you shoot them they'll explode. They're usually not too bad to kill. This one there, they got yellow arms and a blue head. Those are the boomers. And then there's the regular brutes. They're kind of a blue head, blue arm, and white shirt. You can see them walking around there. A bunch of them right in the front. Got white shirts and blue heads and blue arms. Those are the regular brutes. And then it jumps right up to these mega brutes. The mega brutes didn't exist in the original game, I don't think. I don't think they added those until maybe a week ago. At least I don't remember seeing them. Or maybe I just never went that far. I've been to about wave 65 before. And I just saw the regular brutes, but I don't remember ever seeing these mega brutes. I think it's a new addition. They did an update maybe 2 weeks ago that they said they were going to do, where they modified the map and they wanted to make it all tougher, more difficult to survive, which they did. It was a big change from the initial release of the game. So, but still, they made this possible, you know, the medic to just sit here and like I say, some players are going 2,000 or 3,000, even 5,000 or 6,000 waves non-stop, which I don't know how you can do it. I couldn't do it. I don't know how that's done exactly. You would have to need some type of auto clickers or some kind of macros or something that you can do, which I know nothing about. I don't like the option of setting certain controls in a game and walking away. What fun is that if you're not there to play it and actually enjoy the game? You're just going to walk away from it. And I don't understand that. But some people want to go for that, you know, top spot on a leaderboard. Like all the hackers in Zombie Rush. They always come in and try to get that top spot on a leaderboard. You know, as if they don't know that everybody else knows that they just cheated to get there. So, I don't know. I don't understand it, but a lot of people are obsessed with that. But they still don't have... they have leaderboards in their Zombie Mayhem game. I managed to get on all 3 of those leaderboards with 3 different modes. The normal, hard, and insane is their difficult mode. And Tower of Zombies, they don't have any leaderboards yet, and they don't have any badges yet, like they do in Zombie Mayhem. In this game, probably you maybe be a couple of years before you see any leaderboards or badges in this game either. They're kind of slow about doing things like that. They want to get the game operating and get it out there so people can play it, and maybe they can make some money selling game passes, but you know, other than that, they don't do a whole lot. Anyway, thanks for checking us out. I appreciate it.